Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Talking with Ant. And let me just say that tariffs make no sense economically. I've heard a lot of Trump supporters and Trump even himself claim that tariffs are harmless, that they don't harm businesses, and that they'll make free revenue for this country, and that's just simply not true. Tariffs are in effect almost like a tool, or actually less of a tool and more like a weapon that serves some purposes, right? Like for example, when Trump implemented the tariffs in 2016 against Chinese and other foreign washing machines and dryers, it made sense in the idea that he wanted to bring some manufacturing jobs to the U.S. while also just uh, making, I guess, the whole supply chain a bit more secure. But one of the biggest problems is that the price for domestic washing machines as well as foreign washing machines completely went through the roof because the American producers saw that, oh, Chinese made washing machines absolutely went through the roof. So did, the few European ones and also the American ones, or at least not at that point. So they decided, you know what? We might as well increase our prices as well because people of the future aren't going to have a choice. They're going to pay up for that washing machine, that dryer, and they did. And one of the biggest problems that people don't realize of that whole episode was that it vastly did increase those washing machine and dryer prices. And China just simply put just put tariffs on American rice and beans and other stuff as a retaliation. So in reality, even though we secured a supply chain, we absolutely did lose a lot of money in terms of lost revenue in regards to our farmers and our wine harvesters, right? Like legitimately, they just attacked another American industry. So while we protected one, another was also harmed, and we had to cover for those farmers. And I think that's really a great example as to how completely detrimental modern tariffs are. It's like shooting someone in the the knee and then they shoot you at your elbow. Like both of you guys are hurting each other for no reason. That's effectively how modern tariffs work. And this belief of Trump that it'll bring American jobs, oh, blah 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 blah. It probably won't. We as a country have become so addicted to buying stuff from foreign countries, specifically China, India, Southeast Asia, Mexico, that we do not have, there's no way we could actually afford products made in the States by American workers. Like for something, for example, let's say the Switch 2, for that to be produced in the United States, those workers would have to be paid at least anywhere between 70 to $90,000 per worker. They would work 40 hours a week. They would have heavily good benefits, like crazy good benefits, 401k offers, um, medical benefits, uh, vision care, dental care, all that. It would be insanely expensive though. Like the cost of that Switch 2 would go from, let's say, $400 to maybe up to $700 or $800, or maybe more realistically, almost 900. And that's before we're talking about producing things like the Joy Cons, the games, the boxes for the games, the whole supply chain as well. Like people need to realize this is insanely expensive, especially in the West. So you can't just you know giddy up and say, oh well, blah 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 blah. Yeah, there'll be a lot more jobs. No, there won't. No, there won't. Even if there was, even if there would be more jobs, it would only be maybe 1 or 3 thousand jobs, but we would be paying so much more for everything that it wouldn't even be worthwhile. It would kind of it would put us almost like in this fourth world situation where basically everyone is getting paid slave-like wages, but the price for everything would go up substantially, like stagflation, like extreme tier stagflation, right? Like GDP goes down, but unemployment and prices absolutely goes up through the roof, and you just can't stop it. Like we would literally become almost like a fourth world country in that way. And I really just can't believe there were actual people, specifically on Wall Street bets and stuff, and retail investors who assumed that Trump winning would be bullish. Yeah, I don't know. It's a silly thing, very silly in my opinion. But tell me what your thoughts are in the comments, and I guess I'll talk to you later. See ya.